You're preparing for the Regents exam and you want to do your best. You know that you have to put in a lot of hard work and effort in order to be successful. But what exactly is the Regents exam? What does it look like? How do you prepare for it? And how is your score calculated? In this video, we will address these questions that will help you get started preparing for the Regents exam. The Regents exam is a statewide standardized exam given at the end of certain courses. The first Regents exams were administered way back in 1866, and they've been given to students ever since. Today's Regents exam in Algebra 1 is a combination of multiple choice and free response problems. You have a total of 3 hours to complete the exam. You may use your graphing calculator, and you must carefully work through each problem and show your work. Don't underestimate the value and the importance of this particular step. Sometimes problems that look very obvious have a little bit more to them. You want to make sure that you answer the question completely and that you answer the question that is being asked. Be especially cautious with multiple choice problems. Answering a multiple choice problem in math is not quite the same as answering a multiple choice problem in social studies. In social studies, they might ask who was the president during the Civil War, and you choose Abraham Lincoln and move on to the next problem. But in math, it's not always that obvious. Sometimes the answers that appeal to you at first glance are not actually the correct answers. You're going to want to take your time, carefully work out each problem, and make sure you choose the correct answer. During the exam, all work must be done in blue or black ink, except for graphs, which may be done in pencil. Some students like to bring highlighters to the exam. These are allowed and encouraged. They can be very helpful in some cases. The exam consists of a total of 86 points. Your score is based on the number of points that you earn. Depending on how many points you will earn a certain level. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Levels 3, 4, and 5 are considered passing. Levels 1 and 2 are considered not passing. The level you attain is based on the number of points that you earn on the exam. Your goal is to maximize the number of points that you earn. In order to be successful, it's important that you're well prepared. In order to be prepared, that means you have reviewed topics relevant to the course, that you've learned how to read and understand the problems that are being asked on the exam, that you've learned strategies for successfully answering the problems, and that you've learned how to provide a complete and appropriate response. The best way to do this is through regular practice. You should practice often and practice weekly in the weeks leading up to the exam. Here's how you should prepare. You want to complete one practice exam each week. You should complete the exam as if it was the actual exam, spending up to 3 hours on that particular test. You should use your graphing calculator and your knowledge, but you should avoid using your notes or your algebra handbook while you're doing the practice exams. You'll have the opportunity when you're finished to go back and learn from your errors. When finished, you're going to want to use the videos to review each problem. This is very important. You'll want to watch the videos carefully and with your full attention. This is your opportunity to review your work, identify your mistakes, and make corrections. Remember the importance of having a growth mindset. You can learn from your mistakes, and that's the most valuable thing. This is also your opportunity to understand the problems, understand the way questions are asked, and to develop strategies for success. Make corrections to your work as you go. Make notes of the things that you need to go back and review. And make notes of the things that are important and put a box or a cloud around them. If while reviewing, for example, you realize you didn't remember the slope formula, and that's something you need to know for the exam, you would write the slope formula in the margin of your test and put a box or a cloud around it. In the days leading up to the exam, you can go back and review those notes that you made for yourself, and they are the perfect study guide, customized to your needs. As you practice, don't be afraid to ask questions. That's how we learn, and don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way. This is everything you need to know in order to prepare for the Regents exam in Algebra 1.